welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Astrid. I do travel and fashion videos every week. And this week I'm coming at you with a video about internships abroad. Last week I did a video about how to make friends abroad and how to make friends when you are studying abroad. And I had a request about doing a video about internships, so that's what I'm going to do now. So the first part that's going to be quite short is on how to find internships abroad. I think this whole video, like this video about how to find internship abroad, would deserve a whole video on its own, so if you're interested in that, let me know. And then on the second part I'll tell you all about like how to make friends when you're working in a country where you don't know anyone. So this is how we're gonna go down today. Before we get into the video, if you like travel or fashion, feel free to subscribe because that's what I do, and let's go. So first of all, how to find internships abroad. First of all, if you're in a university, more than likely they have a career center or something like that, and more often than not these places feature internships abroad. And do not oversee these things. That's how I found my internship in Brussels, for example, and sometimes you really have good opportunities. Plus, most of the time the companies that post on these are like actively looking for foreign students. Like for example, my internship in Berlin, I had to send to my university a request because they were actively looking for French students. So like these companies more than likely send the demand to your university, so they will be interested in your profile. That's that. Also, on top of that, there are more often than not, there are websites dedicated to things like that. First of all, website dedicated to internships abroad, where you can find where they help you find an internship and they help you with the visa procedure. More often than not, these websites do require to pay, but in exchange they really have great offers and like real internship opportunities and not like photocopy kind of internships. So that would be interesting. Also, there are websites specific to your industry. For example, when I was looking, like my internship in Berlin, I found through I found it on fashionunited.com, which is a website dedicated to job searching in the fashion industry. So I would say if you already know which industry you want to work in, look for a website dedicated to recruitment in this industry, and then look for international internships. That's how I found mine, and it really works because again, these are people who are actively looking for international interns. Other good opportunity, if you're in Europe, is to look on the Erasmus webpage, because the Erasmus program, they do have some internship offer from again companies that are actively looking for foreign students, so that could be really interesting for you if you live in Europe. And lastly, use LinkedIn. I know, especially in our generation, LinkedIn is completely overlooked, but it is a very, very efficient way to find internships. So don't overlook LinkedIn. Be active on LinkedIn. Connect with people, and when I say connected, just not ask them as to be in your network, but actually talk to them. As weird as it might sound, me and my other friend Crystal, that you've probably seen on my Instagram and everything, we meet people on LinkedIn, and she had one of her internships through someone that she met on LinkedIn. So I'm not saying like don't go there and like flirt or something, but like if you see you have something in common, like talk to them in things that in your common interest. Not only will you have an interesting conversation, but also this could be really helpful in the future for you or for your friends, which is also quite important. Also, if you already have international contact through studies abroad or another Erasmus experience, ask these people. Like more often than not, people are happy to help their friends. So if you have friends in other countries, ask them. Like I know at the beginning it can be weird, but if you explain things like honestly and simply saying like, hey, I have to have an internship abroad and like this is just a massive issue for me, could you help me out? They probably will be happy to help you. So that's it for the technical matters. If you want more details or if you have more questions about this, leave them in the comments and I'll be happy to do another video about this. Now onto the social life in internship abroad. Truth is, I understand that it's hard to go to a new city and where you don't have friends, happened to me a couple of times. Belgium, for example, I didn't know anybody, same in Switzerland and so on and so forth. So I know it can be complicated, but honestly, it's doable. If you're the bigger the company, the easier it's going to be to meet people. However, if you're in a startup, which is most likely the case, which was also my case in in Berlin, sorry, the key to making friends is, first of all, go out. And when I say go out, is like, don't go to clubs, but like if someone asks you, like if one of your colleagues or something asks you to go out or meet their friends, even if it's like for an hour or two, go. Like any opportunity that you have to be social. I know sometimes you don't want to, sometimes you're tired, but like especially at the beginning, take every social opportunity you can. Also, use fairs and networking events to make friends. Networking events are events to make professional encounters as well as friendly encounters. And I have made friends on networking event and as well as industry fairs and stuff like that. Like anything where you can meet people, if it's professional, it can also be personal. Like when I say personal, like don't go hitting on everyone around. But like, yeah, if you're talking to someone, a colleague or someone that you've met in a professional encounter and you feel like it's going well, like just tell them, like just be honest on your situation. Like, hey, I don't have many friends. Could we hang out? Like when I was working in Berlin, one of the bloggers, I had seen him in a few events and he was like super cool. He met me, I met his boyfriend and everything, and he was just super nice. And I texted him like, hey, I don't have many friends here, could we hang out one time? And he's like, yeah, sure. And we did, and it was cool. So people understand that you're not in your normal set and that you're in a difficult spot to make friends. So most of the time they will be happy to help. So really like take these opportunities. Last tip, which is also very important, especially when you're in an internship or a job, is don't let go of your side activities. It's stupid, but like side project and hobbies are the best way to meet people with who you will click. Like for example, if you're a fan of gym, sign up into a gym. Like if you're a gymnast, sign up into like a gymnastic group. Even if you don't speak the language, even if you feel you're intimidated because you don't feel like you're fit in, this is the best way to meet people with who you will connect fast and efficiently. Like, I don't know if you have a religion, like go to church, but like don't stay on your side, like go and leave, but like stay after and start talking with people. If you're a fan of football, go to football games and you'll meet people there. Like, use your hobby as a meeting opportunity. And even if your hobby is online, like my best friend plays LOL all the god-given time, and he met people on LOL when he was living in Amsterdam. Like if you're playing with someone on a video game like LOL or WoW, or like just tell them like, hey, I live in Amsterdam, you too, I don't know anyone, should we meet in real life just to have a chit chat, or hang out, whatever you do. Or if you're a blogger, like connect with people who have like similar sized blog than you, or Instagrams or whatever you use, and tell them like, hey, I'm new here, could we connect and maybe like hang out or work together? And that's how you start meeting people. But the golden rule is go out there. Like if you stay in your room saying, oh, I don't meet anyone, blah blah blah, you're never gonna make it. And I'll link down below the video that I did on making friends in when you're a student abroad, because this video is already long enough, and like that you can also see how to maintain friendship and how to take a relationship from acquaintance to real friendship when you're abroad. And so golden rules: go out there. If you went out with someone and you feel like the vibe's going well, keep them up. Like recontact them. Don't be the one waiting for the other one to text. Contact them, because if they're locals, they're not going to be bothered to text you again because they already have their friends. And 3, don't give up. Like the first person might not be your best friend straight away, but it doesn't mean that everyone in the city is bad. So just keep on trying and it's gonna happen at some point. So that was it for me today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week with a new travel and fashion reviews. Until then, have fun guys. Ciao!